Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 13th, 2022 Supermoon reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, and before we clear the energy space, a warning not to be scammed by anybody pretending to be me, asking you if you would like a reading, or asking you for money. Please do be cautious. Now let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's talk a moment about this moon. This moon is a full moon. It's a supermoon on the 13th of July. It is in Capricorn, and it's a very heavy moon. It's an intense moon. What we're going to find is that we're really seeking out being useful, and we're also really seeking validation. And we need to look at the areas in our lives where we're seeking validation and, a desire to be desired, and say, why? Why is this coming forward? We can also be very strict and very stringent on ourselves. It has to be a certain way. It has to be just like this. Again, the question why is going to arise. It's through the areas that we are trying to control. We're going to see what we need to let go of. So let's see the energy that we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the Two of Pentacles. We're going to try and be balancing absolutely everything. And we're going to forget about balancing ourselves. There's a sense that emotions really do run high. There's two people that we're being told to be mindful of, especially in the realms of money. In the realms, I would say this is work, but it can also be, if you work with your partner or something like that, just be mindful that money is going to be, it's going to be a conversation that comes up a lot during this time, which makes sense with what's going on in the world, but it's also going to be putting us off balance, and we have to make sure that our whole worth is not completely tied up into our money. So let's see what our chakra energy is. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is balance. This is the root chakra. And it is saying here, balance your energy, balance yourself. See what it is that you desire and what you want and what you need, and fall into harmony. Harmony is going to be so important, and yet it is going to feel so elusive during this time. And it's just because of the energy that's coming forward from the moon. It's a questioning of, how do I balance me? How do I, live securely within me? How do I embrace what I love and what I want? How does the outside world and the inside world come together in my life? So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Interesting. So we're starting off with the new moon in Capricorn, and we have the full moon is in Capricorn. So here it says your hard work is paying off. And this is going to be as we're moving towards the new moon. So as we embrace this full moon and move towards the new moon, which I do forget which day that is on, but we're going to start to see a lot of the things that were hidden away, that were pushed away, they're coming to the surface. Our hard work is paying off. We're not going to be as focused on the approval of others, but if we feel like it was a job well done. And again, when we look at ourselves and say, is it a job well done? It's not going to be off of how does everybody else taking this, or how does everybody else see this, or what does everybody else want from me for this, this whatever. But it's, how do I feel now that this is finished? Or how do I feel at what I have produced? And we're going to be really judging ourselves inwardly from just an emotional sense of satisfaction and a sense of really coming together and coming into ourselves. It moves us to the new moon in Taurus. So we have very strong earth sign energy here, Libra, coming forward. And it says prosperity lies ahead. So your hard work is paying off. What you have been working towards is paying off. And prosperity lies ahead. So you're setting down a really good foundation. But the new moon tells us to go inward. Look at our intentions. Look at what we want. Look at what we're building. Look at what we need. Now it brings us here to focus. Focus on the rebirth of your third eye. Focus on the rebirth of your dreams and intuitions and desires and where you want to be and what you're looking for within yourself and how you're stepping into your own energy and what you want. Emotions are going to take over. They're going to play a huge part during this time for us, Libra. But opening up and transforming into the person that we want to be, embracing the place that we really want to embrace within our lives, how we want to move forward, what's important to us, what isn't. There's a real sense of, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't see this before. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that this is what's important to me. It moves us to wisdom. It moves us to a place where we start to see our wisdom, ourselves, our desires a lot more honestly. We're also finding that all the trials and tribulations that we have been through, instead of breaking us, they have made us wiser. I mean, they might have broken us along the way for a little bit, as life tends to do. But there's a real sense of, as we're focusing on our third eye, on that opening of that extra sense of this is who I am, wisdom starts to come in and we start to be guided by things that just fit for us. People will be like, wow, Libra, you're making such great decisions. Or, oh my gosh, that's so you. People will say that all the time to you, Libra. Oh my gosh, that's so you. And you'll start to see that you're stepping into kind of this way of being, this form of being that is just quintessentially who you are and who you need to be and what you desire from your life. And it moves you to a sense of peace. We're going to need this peace. We're going to fight this peace because it feels like we're going off the beaten track of what success is supposed to look like. But as we're embracing the peace of ourselves and embracing what we truly want from our lives, that peace moves us in a direction that is astounding and beautiful and intricate and overwhelming and just exactly where we need to be. We need to look and say, does this bring me peace? Does this bring me harmony? Is this what I need from my life? That's going to be a great question. Is this what I need for my life? A great question to ask during this moon. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. So we have the 9 of Cups and we have the 10 of Cups. I love that progression, 9 and then 10 of Cups. But there's this real sense of celebration, a real sense of releasing, getting what you wish for, and really letting yourself express and explore and discover and just, I just really feel an opening up of the heart chakra, but also the throat chakra at the same time. And there's this escape of noise. Like, it can be singing, it can just be this sense of just letting out a scream or letting out a whoop of triumph. It's like, this is who I am and this is what I need from my life and this is where I need to be. But there's a buildup of energy around your throat chakra, around your heart chakra, that you're starting to release and you're starting to step into what you want from your life. And there's this real sense of celebration. Now with the 10 of the 10 of Cups, there's this look at what makes me happy. Not what makes anybody else happy, but what makes me happy in my life. What do I love? What do I want? What do I need? Where is my joy? Where is my success? How does it come forward? The 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. But that happily ever after looks different for each and every one of us. Our stories, our joys, though they might overlap here and there, they're not all exactly the same. We've come to a completion of a cycle when it comes to our hearts, when it comes to what we want. Now we're embracing love, just openly and honestly for us, and having that love just intertwine in our lives in every aspect. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic love. We always tend to think of love as romantic love, but it's just being in love with life, and it's letting that love guide us forward in a way that's surprising and beautiful. So let's see the subconscious energy to be mindful of. It's the Nine of Wands. Everybody's being told to be mindful of the Nine of Wands. It's so interesting because the Nine of Wands is this energy of battle. It is the energy of taking everybody else's words and really taking them to heart, which is what this moon brings out in us. We have to be mindful not to take everything to heart, not to, fight endless battles, to stand and know that we've come out of the fray and that we are strong. We're going to find that we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. Now, we can do stretching and yoga or cupping or, meditation or some sort of exercise, some sort of movement for this. That'll be very helpful. But just know there's going to be a lot of stress that we hold in our shoulders. It can also come out in our hands. It's like we want to hold on to things like we're holding pencils too tightly, things like that. Our subconscious chakra message is the inner child. It's the heart chakra. It's letting our heart sing. It's letting us express what we love and want and need. It's also connecting with the child that we once were, holding our arms open to them and saying, I'm here for you. I love you. I will always love you. I will always be here for you. I will always care for you. Hold your arms open to the child that you once were and let that child run into them. It's an amazing feeling to tell your past self that they're loved and cherished and listened to. Our subconscious Luna message is a time of healing, which brings about beauty. Now, if our name means beauty, or if our nickname is beauty, or something to do with beauty, it is saying a time for healing beauty. It's talking directly to you. But it's also saying it's a time for healing because it brings forward beauty. It brings forward a sense of calm and peace and a coming together in our lives. So it's going to be beautiful, this healing. But it's also going to be very intense and more than we had signed up for. That's why we're going to want to, with this moon, we're going to want to control everything. It's going to be like, put everything in its neat little boxes. And Spirit's going to make it a little bit messy. It's just what it's going to do. Our subconscious tarot is the Nine of Wands. Again, it's the energy to be mindful of. It's standing tall in the face of everybody else. And it's listening to the people who love us. With the Nine of Wands, we can tend to think, oh, I don't need to listen to anybody. That's what Spirit's saying. No, listen to those who really love you. They have really good advice. But listening to the people who we just view as successful or, have the loudest voice or the cruelest voice, that's going to be something we need to be mindful of. We're going to have a tendency to want to listen to them because we think, oh, they hold the truth. Like, especially with people who are saying really mean things. It's like, but they wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Yeah, they would. Some people are just jerks. Understand that. Understand some people just like hurting us. And that's just it. And they might take something that's a little bit of truth because isn't the best way to hurt somebody to put a little bit of truth in there and then just go for the kill? Come on. Be very mindful of who you listen to. Some people will dazzle you with their success. But if you really knew them, you wouldn't be friends with them. It's not even like if you really knew them. If they were just a normal, Joe, you wouldn't be friends with them. So just be mindful of who you're listening to. All right, Libra. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this supermoon. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Libra. And may you have a blessed supermoon.